think I'm starting to develop a little bit of an addiction to buying lenses. As you can see behind me, I've strategically placed some objects in the frame. Oh yeah, this lens is used with no box. This is the Rokinon. Is it Samyang or Rokinon? This is the Rokinon AF 35mm f1.8 for Sony FE. Full frame. I don't remember how much I paid for it. Not very much though. An incredibly cheap lens. It feels very cheap. It feels like a little plastic thing. The reason I looked so oddly at it as soon as I opened it is this does not seem like the original lens cap. Does this usually come with the lens? I think it might be just this specific one that I bought used. LC58. Here's the deal, okay? My background is usually very barren, and I added some random clutter in the background so you can hopefully see a difference. Right now, I'm using my zoom lens, which is a fantastic lens. Let me turn the light on. Guys, I don't think my light has enough battery. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna use my monitor as a light. Okay, so it's a great lens. It's a Sony zoom lens. It goes from 28mm to 70mm, I think, which is a great range. It's a very good range for like 90% of the time. But the maximum aperture or minimum aperture, the most open the aperture can go is f3.5. So that's what we're looking at right now. 28mm f3.5 looks pretty good. It does create a decent separation between me and the background. And while I really like being able to zoom, I wanted something that created more depth. I want more bokeh, okay? Specifically for a webcam lens. So I started looking in the market for, you know, f1.8, maybe f1.4 and stuff. Definitely not happening. That's too expensive. Originally, I was going to get the Sony, the 50mm f1.8. It had to have autofocus because if I move back and forth, I need to stay in focus, you know? But here's the thing. This is what 50mm is like, right there, which if I get in frame, not terrible, but it's just a little too zoomed in, I think, for a webcam. So I was like, what do I usually have it at? In fact, I just looked at what my lens was at before I was even like trying to test, you know, I just had my lens at this. 35mm is what I had it at. This is 35mm right here. The only thing is your aperture gets a little bit smaller. I think it's f like 4.0 right here. And so I was like, I wonder what 35mm f1.8 will look like. I want to see that background blur, and I'm about to find out if it was worth it at all. The cool thing about this is there's two modes on the side. Mode 1, the focus ring adjusts the focus as you would expect, but mode 2, the focus ring adjusts the aperture. And that's something I would really like in a webcam lens. That was one of the things that I was like, okay, I think that kind of made my decision. When I'm sitting here and I want to adjust this, I'm using autofocus. I don't need to adjust the focus, okay? I want to reach over and be able to adjust the aperture without going behind the camera. Probably gonna have this lens fully open most of the time, if not all the time, when I'm using it as a webcam. Also, just a 35mm lens, 35mm f1.8 is just a good lens to have. It's a very versatile lens. Autofocus is sick. It's just a great deal. It's so cheap. I had to have it. I just had to. I had to buy it. This is 35mm at f4.0. All the other camera settings are like automatic. I think it's at 50 FPS, so 1/100 shutter speed. Now what you're about to see is 35mm. That looks really sharp. I don't know what aperture we're at right now, but let me set it to mode 2. And let me adjust this. All right, I don't think it's changing. Let me go see what we're at. Okay, for some reason the shutter speed is 1/50. I don't know why, but the aperture is f1.8. I'll tell you what, even look at my cup. My cup is like out of focus. That's how shallow the depth of field is on here. My chair is out of focus, but I'm in focus. I think it looks really good, actually. Wow. Very bright as well. Dang, that looks good. I think this was a good purchase. I really like it. You can kind of test. God, what am I choking on? Okay, we can kind of test the autofocus out. Look how that looks, man. That looks good. I can come back here. That's pretty fast. Dang. Ooh, I like this lens. How close can we get? Dude, look at the bokeh. I think the minimum focal distance is gonna be about here, which is like, I don't know, 6-7 inches maybe away. Now I need to decorate my wall so I actually have like something to look at. I just taped a picture to it and then I put the Minecraft vinyl in my bed. God dang, this looks good, man. I'm liking it a lot. It's almost like dreamy, you know? It's so soft. Dang, I like it. I like it. I really like it. Who knew? F1.8 could look so beautiful. Dude, look when I get close. That's crazy. When I get far, I guess the actual size of the bokeh isn't huge right now, but what's cool to see is just like the amount of stuff that's in focus, right? Like the focus, I don't know what the word is. The distance between what's in focus and what's out of focus is like very shallow. That's what shallow depth of field is, right? I can't get over looking at this lens, man. I love it. I think it's exactly what I dreamed of, believe it or not. Like that, I feel like it just looks very nice and professional, you know? Like I put like a little color grade on that or something. I'm just gonna keep this lens on like 24/7 whenever I'm using my webcam. This is what like a gameplay scene would look like. This is what a gameplay scene would look like with the full cam, which I almost prefer it just because it really shows off the lens. I just need to decorate my room, so it's actually like a reason to. Dude, that looks so good. Look how out of focus my cup is right now just because my face is in focus. That's so sick. But what I've realized is I really like cheap lenses, man. Like, look how good this looks. Like, I can get these exact same specs, like a 35 1.8 lens for like, I don't know, 5 times the price of this one. And you can put them side by side and you're not gonna tell that big of a difference. This is full frame for like 200 bucks, I think I paid for it. I completely forgot because it was so insignificant. I don't see myself ever buying some, what are they called? G-Master, like insanely expensive lenses. I just don't care. Like these do the job. Why would I spend $1,000 when I could spend 200 and get the exact same specs on the lens just for like slightly sharper, like slightly less chromatic aberration? The specs of this lens are insane for the price I got it for. F1.8 with autofocus for like 200 bucks. And look at it. It looks insane.